Good evening, I'm Poppy Harlow, and welcome to PEW News, YouTube's #1 news source organization. We got breaking news coming in, guys. Breaking news. This is breaking news happening right here. YouTube is putting 25 million towards news initiatives. That's amazing. Oh my god. Thank you. Finally, PEW News getting recognized. Okay, so how many millions are PEW News getting? Wait, say that again. Nothing? But PEW News is the #1 news source on YouTube. This doesn't make any sense. Okay, fine. Who are they giving it to then? Who are they giving the millions to? Vox? Vox Media? Oh, Vox. They're giving it to Vox Media. Vox Media. They're giving it to... Give it to Vox. Yes, give it to Vox. Vox Media that owns The Verge. Vox Media. That was really good. Good evening, I'm Poppy Harlow. You're watching PEW News, the most underrated news source on YouTube. Basically what's happening here is that Google is expanding their news initiative. This will affect how videos are ranked on YouTube. They will also start adding a little text to inform people to base their own opinion on certain subjects. YouTube saying that YouTube has a responsibility to make authoritative sources readily available, provide context to help people make their own decision, and support journalism with technology that allows news to thrive. YouTube has been criticized a lot by the media, maybe you don't know about this, for promoting conspiracy videos and fake news videos. The way YouTube's algorithm works is that the more you watch, the more you will be promoted something. So if you go down the rabbit hole on certain subjects, you can get a lot of information that may or may not be true. So this is a move that YouTube is making to combat that. Why they thought to give money to Vox Media, I don't know. To give my actual opinion about it, I'm not supposed to do it because I'm Poppy Harlow. I'm supposed to remain my opinion. From a news perspective, it makes sense. It's a good move for YouTube to make. I think there will be positive changes in that regard, but there's also changes that I personally feel conflicted about, in the sense of I don't know whether this will actually be a positive or negative outcome. From a community perspective, this looks really bad for YouTube. Maybe it's the timing. Susan Wojcicki, CEO of YouTube, tweeted this story out on the Google blog, saying, "Today we shared YouTube's 25 million investment to support future of news and online video." To be honest, there's a lot of gross replies in the comments. I wish people were more mature. Filtering through all the BS, there are some legitimate claims from a lot of people in the community saying such things as, "One of the last things I was looking for from YouTube was a way to bring in even more mainstream media outlets who have a habit and incentive to discredit and undermine the creators who have made your platform the success it is." I mean, I couldn't put it better myself. Going on, other people saying this is the opposite of what everyone wants. The viewers watch YouTube because it isn't TV, because you don't get slammed with old men trying to tell you what to think. The second you give MSN, which caused the apocalypse, oh, I thought it was PewDiePie. Guess I got it wrong, huh? A platform over your creators, you forfeit your integrity. What is your opinion on this subject matter? I'm not upset or anything. I'm sure I'm gonna get the call any moment. And yeah, that's right, YouTube. I'm waiting. Next news. As you guys probably know, 12 Thai boys got locked in a cage. Sounds like a start of a comedy story, or like a joke. No, it's real. Sorry, I didn't mean to joke about it. But they've been freed, okay? Calm down. They're free now. Look how happy they are now. Basically, to summarize very quickly, 12, I think they're part of a football team. They got locked in a cage because of rainwater trapping them inside. They were there for literally weeks. And a lot of people, they're in there for weeks because it was really complicated to get them out, because the tunnel is very long and it's very narrow. They can't swim the distance themselves. So how are we going to transport these kids into safety. Absolute superhero legend Elon Musk, instead of sitting on his millions, said, hey, I'm gonna try and help out here. I'm gonna use my money and influence to try and save these kids. Absolute mad lad. He brought the top engineers in the world that works on SpaceX, paused them from their work that they're doing to help out these kids.
Back here, I got this.
Slow down the bottom.
Okay.
Down.
Down. That's good. Get ready to lift it. Get ready to pressure. Zero. Welcome back. Hey. All right, let's pull them all the way out.
People saying, no, this won't work. It won't get through the narrow passage. Madman Elon showing, this will totally work. A lot of people had, for some reason, a lot of things to say about this. This wasn't selfless. Selfless would have been to quietly work on it and then not say anything about it. His tweets about this submarine were more about what he could do and less about actually helping. Other people saying, why is Elon Musk trying to hijack the spotlight from this amazing Thai rescue team through his unsolicited insertion into the mission? Unsolicited. How dare he try and help? If he really wanted to help, he could have easily been more subtle. Oh, you're so over the top, Elon. Just like countless other international cave experts and divers. Hashtag tasteless. I studied engineering. Elon hasn't, by the way. So I know a lot more about this than you. Blah, 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 blah. Now, as it turns out, they got the kids out of the cave without this submarine and help from Elon. And the news headline read this: Elon Musk's offer not practical for cave mission, Thai rescue chief says. But contrary to what this title says is that this wasn't a statement from the Thai rescue. Elon had been talking with the actual rescue chief, and up until the very last minute they said, we're worried about the smallest lad, please keep working on the capsule details. They also delivered it to Thailand, saying the mini sub arriving in about 17 hours, hopefully useful. If not, perhaps it will be in future situation. I can only imagine how it would feel like trying to do something good, trying to do something positive, spending your own time and effort and money into something, then to just get ridiculed by headlines saying, he wasn't necessary, or, oh, how could he just chime in like this? No one asked for your help, Elon. Meanwhile, everyone else just sat on their butts. He's a guy that saw that he could help and he took the chance. This led to a lot of charged emotions. That's why I'm bringing this super long context. One person saying, I wonder how often Elon would rather be a physics engineer or a lead technical designer instead of carrying the label billionaire. Because billionaire in now has a negative connotation to it. It's a negative thing to be called a billionaire, even though everyone wants to be rich. And this is what one of the people said on Twitter: you are literally a billionaire. Literally. It's not ironic in any way. You weren't called a billionaire until you were a billionaire. If you think it's a negative label, maybe it's because it means you're hoarding money and resources from the rest of the world. What? Elon Musk creating electric cars, amazing, cool space projects, and literally flamethrowers, guys. Which I haven't gotten yet, Elon, what the frick. Apparently he's hoarding money and resources. Elon responded to this tweet saying, no, I created jobs for 50,000 people directly through parts suppliers and supporting professions. 250 people indirectly, thus supporting 500,000 families. What have you done? Basically just responding to a hateful tweet, informing them, no, this is the truth. Then for some reason, YouTuber and entrepreneur Hank Green chimed in as well, calling Elon out directly, saying, hi, I'd like to remind everyone at my companies that I didn't create your jobs. We all do that together by making good things. I do not feed your children. You do. I'm so lucky to share your talent, skill, and I personally benefit in many ways from your hard work. You can agree with Elon that he is a job creator, and also agree that he shouldn't have clapped back to a stranger in anger when a billionaire with millions of very passionate followers. So if you're a billionaire, you're not allowed to defend yourself towards hate comments. I know Hank means well, but I don't understand why he chose to defend a hate comment, especially coming from someone who's a YouTuber himself. I hate this sentiment that if you have a lot of followers, you're not allowed to respond to someone being ignorant or hateful. Sure, maybe you're supposed to be better than that, but Hank, you did literally the same thing to Elon and you tagged him in it. How is that any different? if you get a dumb comment from someone calling you out directly, to respond, to inform them why they're being wrong, it's the least thing you could possibly do. I don't know, this whole situation just annoyed me in general, because you have someone who's a billionaire who breaks free from the regular pattern of a billionaire just being greedy, sitting on all his money, instead spending it, creating more jobs, trying to do positive things, but somehow we dismiss it as something bad because, oh, he responded to that one comment in a rude way. First of all, what do you think of this situation? I'm always interested in hearing your comments. Now, speaking of Twitter drama, this one is a bit complicated as well, but that's why I'm here, to fill you in, to pop you guys up on the news. Another victim. Writer for Guild Wars 2 got fired lately, a few days ago. Now, I can't see why she got fired, but apparently it was because some tweets, and I'm blocked. So, what am I gonna do, huh? I never interacted with this person before in my life. I don't even know who she is, but with some carefully crafted cyber engineering, I have managed to figure out how to get past this block. Oh, there we go. I'm in, guys. I'm in. Maybe you heard about this story before. It took me a long time to fully understand what is happening here. Why did she get fired? On July 3rd, she tweeted out a very long Twitter thread talking about MMOs, talking about what makes a character compelling in MMOs, and her opinion on the subject matter. Absolute disgusting man. Derwar Gaming. I can't believe he said this. Guys, this is pretty shocking stuff. So please, if you don't have a parental guardian next to you, I encourage you to get one right now. Maybe someone you can hold hands with, because this is what he said, guys. I honestly can't believe it. Really interesting thread to read. Oh, how could he? However, oh, here it comes. Allow me to disagree slightly. Oh, I can't. Oh, this is too much. How could he say this? How could he say this? Basically, he gives his own opinion on what she said in the most respectful manner I have ever seen anyone criticize someone, or at least give feedback and comment on someone. Now, this is just not some random guy. Derwar does Guild Wars Gaming's. I don't know if it's true, but apparently he is even an NPC in the game named after him. He investigates lore in the game, so arguably he's someone that you'd probably want some feedback from, because he probably knows a thing or two. Jessica Price didn't see it this way, however, and decided this was completely a gender issue, because she's a female game dev and people just want to explain how you do your job. This was not just feedback. This was someone telling you, no. This is how you do your job. There were even saying that this was never about gender. It never was, never will. I will retract my comment, because obviously I'm in the wrong forum for this kind of talk. She then proceeded to call him a random asshat, and that anyone else that will tweet her like this will get insta-blocked. Oh, actually, you don't even have to tweet her to get blocked. How insecure in your own abilities do you have to be to lash out this far to someone just making a suggestion to you, giving you some feedback? For anyone working in the business, should be thankful to getting this kind of feedback. She then proceeding that there's a lot of hurt man feels today, because only men got annoyed by this thing. There was no females at all, because this was clearly all about gender, implying that anyone who disagreed with her is just a man. This led to her being fired, confirmed by Mike O'Brien on ArenaNet, and people were happy. I'm Poppy Harlow. I'm not supposed to give my opinion. I personally find that anyone that blocks someone on Twitter that you never even interact with don't care about reaching conclusions, obviously. They don't care about solving problems, they just care about playing a victim, and it's so transparent here with her tweets. This had nothing to do about her being a woman, but clearly, in this case, inarguably, it had nothing to do with it. This is also the kind of person that tweets out, "I'm glad he's no longer around," about Total Biscuit, who recently died. from cancer. A YouTube game critic who was respected by a lot of people. That's what she had to say about it. So it's kind of hard to sympathize with her, but I'm gonna try my best. She wouldn't have gotten fired if she was a guy. There's plenty of guys who are game developers who act this sort of snarky, rudish way. For example, a lot of people bringing up Hideki Kamiya, who created Devil May Cry, among other games, who's notorious for blocking people in a very similar fashion and kind of lashing out against people just for tweeting at him. Why doesn't he get fired? Well, first of all, he's a legendary game creator. She's a writer for a year. Second of all, I never seen this person, for example, since we're bringing him in, talk down on anyone trying to give him any feedback in this manner, making it an issue on social politics and whatnot. The second argument I've seen is that people are saying this is her private Twitter, so what she says there shouldn't matter. And she herself sort of went through with this sentiment saying, dude, we've still got people outraged that I'm not interested in talking to them on my personal Twitter on federal holiday. And Peter Fries, who got fired as well, he's the other guy that got fired. These are private social media accounts. Imagine you're an astronomer and you start sharing some things you've learned in the last few months since you began a research project observing Saturn, only to have observation techniques explained to you by a layman. So what? There's no reason to lash out in this way. And Twitter is not a private conversation group. It's not your private TeamSpeak. It's not your private chat on Skype. It's public. That's the point of Twitter. If you tweet out your opinion publicly, people have the right to give their opinion publicly as well. That's not some way of attacking anyone. That's just having a normal conversation in public, which Twitter is. If you want to give your opinion on something and not get criticized, then don't share it publicly. It's that simple. My name is Poppy Harlow. You've been filled in. Thank you guys for watching, leaving a like, and hitting that subscribe button to keep up with all of my videos. I upload videos every single day. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I got some merch coming out soon. Buy that would be great. I got nothing right now, but it will come. Thank you guys, and goodbye.